Oh, new transcript. Okay, so this is Nadelhoff. People called him Mini-Me Roddenborn or Roddenborn Jr. or Roddenborn or Baby Roddenborn. But Adam Nadelhoff was the attorney. He works in the same office as Elaine. La 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 la. Okay, so Mr. Nadelhoff. How should I do his voice? Okay, so you don't have to do that. So you don't have to regurgitate that. Sure, but whatever you like to add to it, that would be great. Okay, great. And so I'm going to start off with our motion to compel Mr. Depp's charitable donations, and in particular, it's RFP 9 of the 9th request for the production where Ms. Heard requested documents sufficient to reflect Mr. Depp's charitable donations to either money or time from 2010 to the present. To be clear, we're not asking for all documents. We're just asking for documents sufficient to reflect his charitable donations. So I don't think this is a burdensome request. When was this done again? Because remember how long it took for Johnny Depp's team to get the charitable donations information about Amber Heard? So I'm like, are they just getting the information for Johnny Depp now because it's like a tit for tat thing? Like, why are you trying to get Johnny Depp's charitable donation information? How is it relevant? It's not like he said that he's broke because he donated all his money or something. All right, let's see what the court says. The court, which is Judge Penny, I think. No, I don't think burdensome is the question. Relevance is the question. Damn, Judge Penny. Right. To be clear, there's a few issues here. One, Mr. Depp, as you know, as you've heard, has made a big deal out of Ms. Heard's donations to the pledges. Hold on a second. I like how he oh man, I like how he hesitates right here, and then he's like, to donate, not donate pledges. Oh man, even Nadelhoff knows it's a load of BS probably. One, Mr. Depp, as you know, as you heard, has made a big deal of Ms. Heard's donations and pledges to the ACLU and the LA's Children's Hospital. And I'm sure Mr. Chu is gonna come up here and say she's depriving children, sick children, of money and time, and that's not true. And it's not even part of the complaint, but he's gotten discovery on that. What we're seeking is we don't want them to make that argument and then say Mr. Depp and talk about the donations to the LA's Children's Hospital and the ACLU. And I can pass up, but Mr. Depp has made it public that he's made contributions to the right. But I just want to make it you're saying because they're getting it, we should get it. No, not that. We're not doing tit for tat. Yeah, you are. It's also his reputation is also at issue. So if we see that he's increased his donation after certain events, like if he's had a drug or alcohol issue and his donations goes up, he's trying to improve his reputation. We should be able to get the information sufficient to see what donation he's made. This is such a fucking stretch. Holy shit. So glad the judge when he said no to this. To see what donations he's made, where he's made it, and we'll be able to see if was he able to do it to improve his reputation. He's putting his reputation at issue. And part of improving your reputation is your donations to the public. And the other issue that we really found here that shows it's relevant is that we went to them and said, okay, let's just say we'll do the LA donations to the LA Children's Hospital, donations to the ACLU, and Mr. Depp will agree that he will not testify as to his charitable contributions at trial. They would not agree to that. They wouldn't agree that Mr. Depp won't testify. They say they don't want to give trial strategy. Well, if he's going to testify about his donations, he's admitted its relevance. I assume you'd object to the relevance if he starts, testifying to his donations? Sure, but not in its front of its, and then it would be in front of the jury. It would also have to make a motion and limine. If we can get an order now that would say Mr. Depp would not be able to testify as to his, or will agree not to testify to his charitable donations, we can along with the ACLU and the Children's Hospital donations, we could live with that. Mr. Nadelhoff, get your shit together. Come on out. That way, it ties a loop around any donations made to the ACLU or the Children's Hospital, to which Mr. Depp has tried to take credit for, at least at the Children's Hospital. And then we're not left to wonder, will he testify, at trial about donations down the road? And we don't need a motion to compel. They've said in the papers they're not intending to have him testify. Let's have an order that says he can't. And if you're not going to order that he should produce the documents, then an order at least saying that he will not testify at trial as his donations will be sufficient. All right, I understand. I don't know. I don't know if you could do a clear order stating that he wouldn't testify because a lot of things happen at trial. You never know. It's very fluid. But I mean, it could be where, well, we could approach. Obviously, the bench before you get into that issue. I mean, we could. Well, how are we do something like that? How are we gonna know when he's gonna do something like How is the court supposed to know? How are we supposed to know that he's going to do something like that? And then if he goes into that and it somehow is, he does get into testify, and then now we have no documents at all to be able to challenge him on it. I mean, he can't have it both ways. He can't make it. It may be relevant. I may be able to testify to it, but it's not relevant for discovery purposes. Okay. And again, we're seeking documents sufficient to show his donations to at least to the ACLU and the Children's Hospital. If not all of it, it's to show again if he's increasing his donations after he's had an incident, a public incident that goes to his reputation, and we can see why he was, and then he could see why he was making those donations, who he was making it to, and again, he's also taking credit for the the ACLU and or at least the Children's Hospital donation. So it's a relatively limited request. It's either if he can't get this to discovery, then Mr. Depp should be ordered that he cannot that cannot be something that he testifies to at trial, which he has somewhat agreed to, but won't commit to it in the consent order. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. Yes, sir. Mr. Chu. Oh, thank God I can read Mr. Chu now because Mr. Chu is a little more eloquent. That was hard to read. I'm definitely going to have some throat issues. When I did the stream a couple days ago and we were reading the Elaine emails, I fucked up my throat and I had to be off of it for a couple days. So that's why I didn't stream for a while. I could feel it. I could feel it right now. I feel it right here. All right, this is Mr. Chu. Good afternoon, Your Honor. May it please the court, Ben Chu for Johnny Depp. Your Honor, this is a motion to compel. It's not a motion in limine, and we respectfully submit the court should deny as the motion to compel as to this category of documents because they're irrelevant and not reasonably calculated to lead to the admissible evidence. Unlike Ms. Heard, Mr. Depp has not put his charitable donations at issue. Ms. Heard did so by stating, quote, I played no role, strike that. Ms. Heard did so by stating, quote, money played no role for me personally and never has, except to the extent I could donate to charity, unquote. What a joke. She hoodwinked the judge in England, who apparently believed her sworn. Fucking shit. Oh, man. She hoodwinked the judge in England, who apparently believed her sworn statement, her first sworn witness statement, that she donated all $7 million of her divorce settlement to Mr. Depp. And the judge cited that as the basis for concluding that Ms. Heard was not a gold digger. We had to pull teeth to prove that was false. Ms. Heard objected to her subpoena to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. When she lost that and was sanctioned by the Judge Bowick in Los Angeles, she took it to the Court of Appeals. Imagine taking a discovery issue to the Court of Appeals, which rejected it in record time. Damn. And those records show that Ms. Heard, in fact, gave zero to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, except for the $100,000 that Mr. Depp gave in a wrongful impression that Ms. Heard was serious when she pledged for the $3.5 million to the Children's Hospital of LA. So when Ms. Heard's counsel keeps telling you that it isn't true, they know it's false. In fact, we had an emergency hearing before Chief Judge White to deal with Ms. Bretterhoff, marking those documents produced by the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. The Children's Hospital of Los Angeles did not mark them as confidential, but Ms. Bretterhoff did so retroactively. We had an emergency motion. Chief Judge White found in chambers that there's no basis for those to be marked confidential. Ms. Bretterhoff said, aha, but there's no emergency here. And Chief Judge White said, the emergency is your bad faith. So that was the bad faith. Do we have transcripts for this? I don't think we do, but oh man. Elaine, you funny, Elaine. So why they keep saying that this was not true? They know it's true. Mr. Depp has not made his charitable contributions at issue, and this is not a hearing on motion in limine. And if they want to do that, they can do that. Thank you, Your Honor. Wow, that was so much more elegant than the other one. Okay, Mr. Nadoff, I think he's, well, actually, I thought he was young. He looks pretty young, but he's actually not that young, actually. I thought he was in his like 30s or something. I think he might be in his like 40s. All right, all right. Anything further on that issue? Really quickly, Your Honor. Respectfully, Ms. Hurt did not make this an issue. It's not part of Mr. Depp's complaint. It was never mentioned in her op-ed. She never mentioned charities or charitable donations. She never mentioned that at all, anything in the complaint. In terms of taking a discovery order to the appellate court, Mr. Depp has done that in our request to try to get documents from Mr. Depp's counsel, Mr. Waldman. He's taken it to DC Court of Appeals. They tried to have a stay, and that was denied quickly. All of Mr. Chu's arguments were about Ms. Hurt's pledges and donations. We're simply seeking at a minimum whatever Mr. Depp donated to the ACLU and LA Children's Hospital, and at a minimum we would seek that. I have said that before. Why we believe it is relevant. His donations and his could go to his reputation. I do think that it's relevant. And again, if Mr. Depp is going to testify to that, which he's still not saying he won't, then it needs to be relevant for discovery purposes. He's right. It's not a motion in limine, but why not? I mean, why not us go through all of this if he won't commit to that? You know, if you can't have it both ways, you can't say that it's relevant. It may be relevant, but it's not relevant. What the fuck is going on for discovery? So unless you have any other questions, no, that's fine, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. As to the charitable donations, the court just does not find relevance in this matter to compel that. So I'm going to have to deny the motion to compel as to that issue. Oh, God. Oh, pretty sure it's Judge Betty. All right. I believe the next issue is documents related to defenses and denials. Correct. Okay. We'll focus on the defenses in the counterclaim. Oh, good gosh. Oh, man. Starting the transcript is killing me. I can see him. I stutter in real life too, but it's funny to read it because the court reporter typing was probably like, oh my God, this is such a headache to type this shit out. Oh, man. All right, guys. If you guys are new here, feel free to join the Discord if you like. We do have a Discord. The link is down below. I normally stream on Twitch though, so tomorrow I'm going to be back on Twitch and I want to play the new horror game called Mortuary Assistant. If you're into that, hop in, say hi. If not, no worries. I'll see you guys later on. But thank you so much for hanging out. I do appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for chatting. I appreciate those who are lurking as well. Thanks for having me in the background. And then I really appreciate those who are chatting. Thanks for keeping me busy. You guys are so funny and hilarious. And we go off topic all the time because you guys are just hilarious, okay? How's your day? It's all right. It's going. It's a little bit hot though, but I'm going to go walk my doggos. I'm going to go work on the YouTube stuff. So again, if you missed this, I'll put it on YouTube. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys later. All right.